Hi. Good morning, YouTube family. Today is Thursday. I was going to say May. I keep trying to make it further into spring. March something. 12th, I think. Oh, man. Almost spring, though. Let's make this happen. I got permission from the Most High to speak and do this video. Talk about misconceptions. I did the kind of a little similar. I'm going to have to condense it just a little bit more because I want to make it one video. A lot of readings on me, fear. Let me share just a little bit of something about you, about me, all right? If I was if I was scared of these current people, I wouldn't have kept going, couldn't get going and kept facing them. Not scared of them. What I am scared of is disappointing Most High, the Spirit, right? My spirit. I don't ever want to do that again. I thought I made that very clear, but I guess I haven't. Sometimes, and a lot of people do, we tend to, sometimes people tend to reflect on me what they're going through. And it's because I think my light brings it to attention. And then, oh, it's not me, it's her. And so it's thrown at me. And I think I absorbed it so much. And then I begin to get resentful. Because I want to say something, but then I'm like, oh my God, is that like a Christian or a spiritual thing to do? You know? And I carried that resentment. And finally I went to Spirit. I'm like, man, I got to spit this stuff out. You know? Walking outside, can't, it's too cold. Letting Gaia absorb that poor Gaia. So I asked God, can I address this? Let me get this off my chest, release it, right? I'm tired of being misunderstood, but misunderstanding, again, is partly my fault because I'm not open with everybody. I'm not. And I probably never will be, right? I'm like my mom like that, eh? My mom was like that too. And I find myself, oh my God, I became my mom. You know, I'm not open with people. And I think it's because too many people, too many cooks in the soup, eh? You know, ruin the taste of the food. So no, it's actually because I don't have, only certain people, I guess, are allowed in my circle. And I don't know, I can't explain that any further than that. You know, I'm a people person, but I'm also very, very guarded. Yeah. And then, oh, I don't know, but that's the way it is. So it's fear of disappointing the Most High. I'm not scared of these people. And like I said, I shared on TikTok, 3 times they killed me. They tried to kill me. They tried to kill me with their hexes and stuff. And I don't know if anybody has any familiarity with being cursed by not one person. I'm talking about a group of 25 plus people. Yeah. Hits a little bit harder. And I still got up. And I still got up and went about my business. Not out of fear of them. Fear of disappointing the Most High. So I shared parts of myself on TikTok today that I don't think I did before. At least I don't think I did. But anyway, I spoke about how this is me. I've always been a fighter. Can't knock me down because I get right back up. Like one of those, those little punching bags? Or maybe I don't know if they make them anymore, but you hit it and be a clown and it pop back up. Yeah, that's me. Not the clown. The person that bounces back up. Yeah, can't keep me down. Not when I made up my mind, this is what I'm going to do. Come hell or high water or death, period. I said, and I meant what I said. I would die for my faith, for what I believe in. I will stand there and face what have you. I'm not scared of death. I'm not afraid to die. I've been tested, almost died many times. I don't fear death. No. I fear God. Come on, people, hear what I'm saying. I fear God. And I fear disappointing him. That's what keeps me from coming out, and because I want to present the most authentic, and I don't want to ever disappoint God. Let me put it like that, period. And so that keeps me making sure that all my bases are covered, that the Most High is put first, always, because that's where he or she belongs, first, not me. And you guys are not seeing that. You're seeing me. And you shouldn't, well, I guess you can. Okay, you shouldn't be seeing me. Then you just be hearing a voice, right? No. Oh, but you're focusing on the wrong thing. Focus on my words, not me. Right? I'm just a messenger. Right? But anyway, I'm also a warrior. Always have been. Always been a fighter. I'm talking about physically. I shared a part of my life about my ex on TikTok. Talked about him before. He was a hidden alcoholic and drug user. And okay, the alcohol I knew, I did not know about, and I still don't know. I don't understand the concept of crack, or is it cocaine, whatever. Crack cocaine? Is it two separate ones? I do not know. But anyway, I didn't understand what it looks like. I don't know. I still don't. My addictions were in my childhood. Well, okay, in my teenhood. Still, I was a child, right? Yeah. I don't have an addiction. The other day I spoke about addiction. I meant to say, when you get so like high talking about God and everything, I used the wrong word. It's not addiction I was meant to say, and meant to say. What I meant to say. Just the happiness. That's what I meant, but I said addiction. I'm not addicted to anything but to God, eh? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So when I'm not on here, I'm out in the world. I'm out here still reaching people with God. Like yesterday. Had an opportunity and I took it. Talked about God and my faith. That's what I do. What else? Oh, back to what I was talking about my ex. He also cheated. So that marriage was like, not good. But anyway, one particular time, he also wasn't supposed to be driving. I came home from work, and I worked hard. I used to work doubles sometimes, 16 hours, 12 to 16 hours. I was I a RN then? I think I was a LPN then. Yes, I was. And came home, my car was missing. And my son said, yeah, he took the car and he was drinking and yada, yada. And I said, oh, man. And I'm thinking, oh, my God, this man's going to end up in an accident and wreck the car, get me into, legal troubles, right? So I said, okay, let me drive and find out where this car is, take it. So I drove around his usual hangouts, and, his B houses or H houses, you know what I'm saying? Found him over in Superior, Wisconsin, where we lived at that time. It was just a hop over the bridge, if you know anything about Minnesota. But found there at the car. It was at a bar. So I'm looking through the car, and then I'm standing there trying to think, how can I get both cars home? The one I drove in and this one home. And I'm sitting there, and all of a sudden, I'm grabbed and spun around physically. And then I'm getting accused of, oh, yeah, I found you. Yeah, you out here cheating. I'm like, what? What the heck, I just got off of work, and I'm like, and I looked at him. He was already gone. I don't know, drugs. Like I said, I don't understand the effect, but alcohol I recognize, so pretty sure he was 3 sheets to the wind, And I tried to diffuse the situation. I'm like, I'm just here to get the car, so it's not wrecked. Oh, you're out here driving around, and all this and cheating. I going through the car, I found 2 wine glasses filled with, I think in wine. I don't know. I just dumped it out, thinking because I was going to take that car and leave the other one. And then I was thinking, how can I get back across? Now, I was trying to figure all these solutions out. But anyway, the wine glasses were sitting on top of the car. He grabbed me again. And then I said, don't do that. And then he accused me again. I went completely, it was gone. I was gone. I took the wine glasses and right across his head. Yeah, I did. Yeah. He went down, and I just got in the car and I drove away. And then I went to my stepdaughter's house, and I said, I think I hurt or I killed your dad. She said, what? I said, and I explained what happened. And I was so matter of fact about it, she kept looking at me like I was like, are you okay? I'm like, no, but I says, you want to drive over and check on him? Maybe he's in the hospital. I don't know. And I said, at that point, I didn't care. Right? So the car was still there, and she went into the bar, and he was there. And I got in the car, drove home, and I sat there. I was up like almost all night, because that's a scary thing, to realize that you have a propensity to kill somebody. That scared the living snit out of me. Yeah. I think we all have that ability, but when you're faced with it, and it's actually like you've reached a point where it's whoosh, in it, that's a very scary thing. I've always had a temper. I did. Well, I guess it's still a problem, right? If I do. But I work hard to deal with it. That's why I always seek peace. And I don't, when things come, and I don't want to deal with them or go off, then I retreat, because I don't want to become that person. And I leave before I say something that I cannot take back. Or I leave before actions can pull me, I leave. Not out of fear, out of protection for them. And I think that these karmic people knew, right? They kept trying to push me to bring me out of character, right? And I refused. I just retreated, because I'm not playing that game. I'm not, especially with people I don't know. And to this day, I don't know who these people are. I don't know who's supposed to have been my twin flame or my king of hearts or swords or whatever, spades. I do not know. And they kept saying, oh, I'm lump bubbling. I don't even know what that is either. I don't even know what that means. I still don't know. And I know why. Oh my God. The Most High is awesome. He protected me and kept the knowledge of what they look like further pain away from me. So that's what I worked through when I went through my last ascension, getting rid of that anger, right? Because I hold all that stuff in. It wasn't fear, hurt. It was anger. Yeah, I might look innocent and everything, but I did. I have a temper, and I'm going to admit it. Yes. I have an anger issue, and I work hard to try to control it. And so my family knows when I say, you know what, I don't even know how many minutes has already passed. I'm going to have to stop this. Sorry.